interview featuring Excitari Wellness Center. So at Excitari, they offer everything from medical practices, also alternative complementary things like therapeutic massage, Reiki, sound healing, coaching, shamanism, and of course, spiritual consciousness. So I want to welcome the co-creators of Excitari Wellness today, Michelle Bunting and Renee Vidal. Welcome, girls.
Thank you, Elsie. Thank you
Thank you,
for having us
Elsie.
here.
So the first thing I would like to know is, how did you come up with the name Excitari? And tell us a little bit about creating that name and what it means.
So the name means to awaken in Latin. And when we were trying to come up with the name, we, thanks to the internet, sat down and we're really just going through trying to come up with something that would have a meaning that resonated with us, and a meaning that would resonate with others. And we were going through different dictionaries trying to find words, because we didn't want to call it the Awaken Wellness Center. That didn't seem interesting enough. So we were going through different dictionaries looking for words. And when we came across Excitari, we were like, we like that. So that's really kind of how we came up with it. It was just kind of playing around with different words that were resonant.
Well, I love the name and the fact that it means awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that both of you have been in the corporate world. Renee, I know you're still practicing attorney. So what led the two of you to come together to create this Restorative Wellness Center?
Well, so we both kind of came about it in a different way. So for me, about 10 or 12 years ago, I came up across a medical issue that led me down a holistic path to try to find a holistic remedy along with my allopathic treatments. And I found myself going from one practitioner to another, and kind of bebopping from, different places. The first natural practitioner that I went to, she was a lovely woman. I have a lot of respect for her, but her office, when she was just starting out then, was on her front porch. And another practitioner, it was a spare bedroom in his house. And while they were all wonderful practitioners and I enjoyed that journey, I thought it was odd that there wasn't a place that you can go to where these practitioners were working together, so you could get the education about what the opportunities were, and then try the different opportunities to see what was going to work with you. And that was a long path for me. And it took me a couple of years to finally find what practice was going to work best for me. And that sat with me for a really long time. You heard me say it was like 12 years ago. And I had in the back of my mind for a really long time that there needed to be a place like this for people to learn about the different types of natural healing remedies that people could try. So it just took a really long time and a lot of momentum and right timing. And then Michelle, I'll let Michelle share. She came about it a different way.
Okay, yeah, Michelle, how did you come to all of this as well?
Well, a friend of ours, Jill, and I, we were always very interested in the exploration of the total mind, body, spirit complex, and all of the different avenues of approaches that could be taken to basically assist you on your development, on your ability to ascend and move into that next level of unconditional love, and all the different ways that there are. But when we were looking at all of the different approaches, we noticed that they were, very scattered and disjointed. You would have to go over there to get that service and then in a completely different direction for that one and so on. So we started talking about how nice it would be if all of those elements could be located under one roof and if there was one location where people could go to find any approach that was suitable to them under one roof. And so we had a lot of fun playing with that, and thinking up how it would be and what the name would be. And then one day I went to Renee's house for dinner and I was sharing with her our conversations. And so that's how it started.
Oh, I love it. Now, you both have created exactly what you wanted to do because you have a very eclectic group of practitioners there. Can you talk about some of these services, everything from traditional medical services to alternative, complementary, and spirituality?
Well, so our idea was to really bring together practitioners for the mind, the body, and the spirit. And I'm not a practitioner at all. Like you mentioned, I'm still practicing attorney. So I'm kind of the business mind behind it. And Michelle is more of the spiritual guided person behind it. So our idea was really to just bring all of those, as many different practitioners together as we can, so that we can provide to the community as many different opportunities for them to have an experience that's right for them. And it's growing every day. So I think we're getting there, and I think we have a lot to offer.
And for me, Elsie, I mean, the thing that was appealing in doing this with Renee is that I have actually initiated many startups that are still here today. And so this seemed like a very natural segue to get involved in another startup.
Well, Michelle, I know how gifted you are graphically. And I would also, comment that you, in addition to the practitioners themselves, you're offering this variety of classes. And I also know, Michelle, I want to mention that you kind of transitioned into sound healing just recently. So there's just a variety of everything that's offered. Talk about, what people can learn about at the center.
Well, there are right now a lot of different approaches that we have made available. Of course, my favorite right now is all of the different sound healing modalities. I'm really proud to say that we are the leading provider of sound healing services. We have 4 sound healing events every month. On top of different events from different services, like we have shamanic services. But also, what's interesting is that the events, for the most part, not all, but many of the event providers actually provide their services here as well. And then there are some service providers that are available for appointments here at the center, who do not provide events. And so I like that we have kind of a different mix. So you can get an appointment with an osteopath, or you can get an appointment with someone who does angelic healing. You can get an appointment with Elsie Kearns for her different approaches to wellness, or you can get a mediumship reading. So I kind of like that right now we're able to really offer a diversified level of services to people. What I like about the events the most, though, is that it allows newcomers into the ascension game, into the area of evolution, to kind of sample some of the services and approaches so that they can kind of get a gentle feel. And I think that's why we've allowed for so many different events during the month.
Yeah, I think one of the benefits of having the events is it gives people an opportunity to learn a little bit about a particular area. And then if they want to take a deeper dive or learn more or get a more in-depth experience with it, then they can come see one of the practitioners and have a one-on-one session. So for example, you can come to a sound bath and have, get a group experience. And if you really want to have a more in-depth experience with that, you can schedule a private sound bath or a private sound bath and Reiki session. Or there's other like voice analysis and, so there's a lot of, like Michelle mentioned, there's a whole lot in the sound arena, but there's, the same is offered in some other areas too. If you want to get more in depth with, where you can go with other practices too. You can, come to one of the shaman's events and learn a little bit what he has to offer. And if you like that, you can schedule a one-on-one session with him as well. So I think that's the benefit of what the special events have to offer. It gives you a little taste of something, and then you can learn more about it.
Before we move on, though, if I could add one more thing, the really exciting thing is that Angela Rizzo has recently made arrangements to deliver a sound table where people can get sessions on the sound table that will adjust the frequency level in their bodies and kind of clear their chakras. And what's really exciting about that is that we're the only one that has a sound table in the area. So it's going to be very exciting to offer this to this whole neck of the woods, South Jersey, but not only South Jersey, North Jersey, Philadelphia. So we're really, really proud of that sound table. And you're going to start seeing a lot more about it soon.
I'm looking forward to experiencing that. And I'm also looking forward to presenting the Energies of Joy, that energy medicine workshop in December 2nd. So that will be a lot of fun and sort of an intro to the holidays. So let me just say hello and thanks to Elaine Shaughnessy. So Elaine asked, what classes do they offer? Elaine, I think we just answered that. And also if you go on, the Wellness Center website, you'll see a whole list of what's available. So tell us how everybody can get in touch with you. I don't have your phone number up there, but I do have the website listing. You're right in Medford, New Jersey. So give us more specifics.
They can go to our website at excitariwellness.com and they'll see an events page. They will see a tab for services and they will see a tab for our providers. So there's background information on the providers. There's detailed information about the services, and on the events page, they can actually look at the events that are available. And then there's a link there right underneath it where they can register for the class right there.
And I would also like to mention that I know you also provide yoga. I think I missed mentioning that, but regular yoga classes, beautiful, beautiful setting and beautiful room, lots of space. You've done a great job creating that because I know that you took it down from scratch and started and created exactly what you wanted. So give us the phone number again.
It's 856-885-2990.
You are right located in Jackson Commons, right off of Jackson Road in Suite D1. So you can always call the center if you have any questions, or if there's something special that you would like to experience, just let Michelle know. She's there almost every day, and they are open also on the weekends. So check out the events and come get an experience, because we need to slow down a little bit as we come into the holidays and get a little self-care. So ladies, thanks so much for telling us all about Excitari. I am really looking forward to that Energies of Joy. And I just want to comment that we're also offering this online and in person. So there's a lot of classes that you can do both with. If you're not close by, come and get the experience online at Excitari Wellness Center right in Medford, New Jersey. Elaine, thanks for joining us. I hope we've answered your questions, and check in with me if you have any other ones. Thanks, and I'm looking forward to tonight's little get together, everyone. I'll see you
Oh,
later.
thank you, Elsie, and
Good
thank you
seeing.
for creating the platform where you're bringing, awareness to different providers in the area. It's very much appreciated. Thank you.
Well, I
Thanks,
love
Elsie.
doing it. Yeah, and I love being there. So it's nice to have this expansion of both traditional medicine and spirituality. So desperately needed today, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, check on the website. Call Michelle if you have any questions.